Okay, welcome everyone. We will get started here in a moment. We still have people filtering in, but please drop a hello in the chat. You are most welcome. Let us know where you're joining from. My name is Kelly. I am the Vancouver chapter co-chair for Women in Leadership for many years now, and we are thrilled to be partnering today with Amazon to show you how you can grow your business. So a big welcome to everyone. So the Women in Leadership Foundation, we are national. We are all across Canada. I come to you today from our Vancouver chapter, which operates within the traditional and unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. We recognize and honor and respect the presence of all Indigenous people, past, present, and future. So everyone here is welcome. Thank you again for joining us. For those of you that are new to Women in Leadership, we were founded in 2001. So this year was our very thrilling 20th year. We've been around for a long time. Lots of great content on the grow yourself into, manager board seats, or grow your side hustle and partner with your entrepreneurial spirit. So if you haven't already, please do check us out online, womeninleadership.ca. Follow us, get our newsletter. It is free. There is lots of great content, upcoming events, free virtual across the country. And this presentation will be recorded if you miss anything, especially as Amazon gets into all the great details of how you can grow your business. So just an overview of the agenda we have today. We're going to try and wrap up by 1, so stick to the hour. We have a traditional Indigenous welcome coming from Elder Cheryl Rivers, so we are thrilled. We have a video from the Mayor of Calgary, Jody, and then I'm going to pass off to our amazing Amazon presenters. They're going to go through the program, give you all the information you could want. While they're going through their presentation, if you have any questions, you don't have to wait. You can pop them in the Q&A or the chat, but we won't answer them until we get to the Q&A session. But if it's on your mind, put it out there and we will answer hopefully everything we can. And then we're going to come back and just have a quick closing remarks. So before I pass it off to our traditional Indigenous welcome from Cheryl, just wanted to give you a highlight of our amazing welcome speakers. If you want to know more on any of them, Cheryl is on the call. You are welcome to put some questions in the chat too, quickly. And Jody, please look her up. It is amazing. She is Calgary's first female mayor. So Cheryl, I am going to pass over to you for our traditional welcome.
Hi, Kelly. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
Share and you can take it away.
Perfect. Tanoy siam CI and Aguetal. Anhat squallow and tiet stays. Siam tanat malnedi honest kushaman sna. Cheryl Rivers Queen sna. Chenwa hue squotmish oath. Chenwa hue aslahan ochameoch. Hoichach chishatamaoch. Hoichach che siam. Hoichach siam CI and Aguetal. It's such an honor to be able to share in my language. I really recognize and honor my late mother, who did a lot of these traditional welcomings and blessings. And she had gone to residential school for 10 years. So I realized the importance and the significance of learning the language, and I use it and practice it as much as I can because I'm so grateful to have learned the Squamish language before I could even learn English. I think I knew Squamish. So it's really an honor to be here to welcome you for one of the traditional territories. My late mother used to honor the 4 directions of the medicine wheel. And not only was it Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh, but also Tsawwassen to the south. So I just wanted to add the 4 directions of the nations in the traditional territory here. It's great to see everyone from all over. I see Seattle and all over Canada here in the chat. So it's welcome, and it's an honor to be able to share just a little glimpse of our traditional culture here from Squamish. I would like to thank the JCM, the creator, and Chisha Tamayoch, the Mother Earth, for bringing us here for this dialogue and for the tools that Amazon will be sharing today, for everyone to be able to persevere and move forward in their endeavors and with such pride in their products or services. So I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone for your hard work, and I've asked the creator to bless each and every one here today. I asked the creator to give thanks and for everything to work it with one mind, one heart, and one spirit. And I'd just like to start with a song. And because we're starting this today here, I feel it's only appropriate to share a greeting of the day song. And it was Sequoia, also known as Aunt Sally. And she had actually lost her mate, and she would get up every morning and give thanks to the creator for seeing another day without her mate, but also was giving thanks to all of the animals and the trees and all of the land and life and her surroundings. And so I thought, we're starting this day and the sun is shining here. So I'll share a greeting of the day song. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, yo. Whoa, whoa, yo, hey. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, oh, yo, hey. Hey, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, oh, yo. Oh, oh, yo, hey. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, whoa, yo. Whoa, oh, yo, hey. Hey, whoa, oh, gee. Hosiam Hoichach, thank you for asking me to do the traditional welcoming, and I give thanks and ask the Creator to move forward in a kind, gentle manner. Hoichach, thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us. That was amazing. Now, here we go. We're going to have a short
Hi,
video
everyone.
now.
It is a privilege to bring greetings from the City of Calgary and my council colleagues for part 2 of the Women in Leadership and Amazon Canada series. This event is particularly significant as we have noticed that women have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. So for women who operate businesses, they had to juggle a lot of things, including childcare, elder care, traditional responsibilities of the home, and that impacted the way that they could operate their businesses. So events like this one are designed to offer support, an opportunity to discuss challenges, and ways to seek opportunity. It has been one of my missions in this role to make sure that women's labor force participation is boosted. And I think partnerships like this one will allow us to support women-led enterprises. Thank you so much to Women in Leadership and Amazon Canada for supporting women in business.
Great. So that was a short message from Jody. And now we are going to pass off to our talented Amazon content. So Yvette, you will take us away as our Amazon leader. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you. Let me just do a quick mic check, make sure you all hear me.
Yeah, you're good on my end.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the introduction, Kelly. Hello and welcome everyone to this presentation of Selling on Amazon Canada. Before I introduce myself, please welcome our guest speaker, MC Sav, who is our Manager of Product Management.
Thanks so much, Yvette. And also thank you so much to Mayor Gondek for a powerful message and continued support for women. And also wanted to thank Women in Leadership for organizing this event. This is amazing. Can everybody hear me well?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm Marie-Claude Sauvé from Amazon. I'm a fellow Canadian, originally from Quebec. I studied industrial engineering at the École Polytechnique of Montreal. I couldn't be more excited to be here today with you and see so many Canadian women in business. This is awesome. I've worked at Amazon for more than 5 years in Seattle, and I'm now the head of the Canada New Seller Success Team, where I'm currently managing a product, program, sales, and marketing team, overseeing growth development strategy of the Amazon Canada marketplace. Our primary focus is on the recruitment, development, and empowerment of Canadian and international businesses. One of my team's core responsibility is to ensure that Canadian small, medium businesses thrive on Amazon.ca. We support small, medium-sized businesses from across Canada that sell their products on Amazon to reach millions of customers across the country and around the world. A few examples of what that support looks like is our account management team, which provides one-on-one business development meetings to small businesses, marketing support, seller experience improvements, educational events like this one, and content development curated for small businesses acceleration, and so much more. I really love that Amazon has given me the opportunity to have a career that is focused on helping Canadian small businesses succeed. I really pride myself in discovering new small businesses from Canada. I do go out of my way sometimes to buy products from my hometown, Montreal, and we'll get them delivered by my mom when she visits me in Seattle. Thanks, Mom. I will also pay the extra ship cost to get, like Montreal bagels in Seattle. This is not an ad, but I love Saint-Viateur bagel, and they ship in the US, and I'm all for it. I'm really proud of the work my team is doing with small businesses across Canada, with some people on my team, such as Erica, who created our video testimonials featuring amazing businesses' success stories. And of course, Yvette will share later, but our small business storefronts that was created by Keelan on my team, which includes the women-owned business storefront as well. I really hope to see many of you featured in this storefront following this event. And Yvette is going to discuss exactly how you can be featured on that storefront. So I'm really excited for you guys. I'm beyond excited for today's presentation. I really hope you take this opportunity to learn more about selling on Amazon and that you get to discover new tools to accelerate your business growth. Back to you, Yvette. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And my name is Yvette Braddock. I joined Amazon in 2019 and currently supporting Canadian businesses who are interested in expanding their selection on Amazon Canada's store. I help with educating and onboarding sellers while also serving as a conduit to other Amazon teams, fulfillment, advertising, PR, and more. Prior to Amazon, I served as a business development manager supporting educators and state representatives, now carrying my expertise in education and strategic management, to best serve our Canadian businesses. And it's a pleasure to be here speaking with everyone today, so thank you all for attending. To start us off, here's a short video to welcome you.
To all the homegrown businesses who've grown out of their homes. To all the companies who don't need help selling 50 million, but could use a little help shipping it. And to all the brands who aren't sold on selling online. Here, there's room to grow, ways to move, and so many reasons to believe that your brand can do more. Grow, ship, sell, and thrive with Amazon.
Our hope today is that whatever stage you are in with your business, we can help you grow and thrive with Amazon.
To all the home
I will spend the majority of the time today on how you can get started selling on Amazon Canada and join the thousands of small and medium-sized businesses on our store. Before we do get started, however, if you have to leave early, please make sure to take note of our contact information so that you can reach out to us directly when you are ready to expand your business to selling on Amazon Canada. In most cases, myself or someone from my team can help you set up your account and will be able to provide some additional resources and support to help you get started. So today's agenda will be broken into two main parts. First, we'll spend some time talking about Amazon's presence in Canada and some of the driving forces behind it, introducing you to our pillars and vision that support our mission, as well as our footprint in Canada and around the world. In part two, we'll walk through how to start selling on Amazon Canada and what you need to know at a high level to be successful. And then finally, we'll finish the webinar with a Q&A session. So with that being said, let's get started. One of our biggest drivers is our obsession with customers. At Amazon, our mission is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, to build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. All of the innovation over the last 19 years has been guided by this customer obsession. As the quote shows, we start with the customer and work backwards. We cannot think about customer obsession without innovation. They're two sides of the same coin. Let's now hear from Jeff Bezos himself.
How did you get that focus on customer service rather than on being an internet company?
I don't know. I think we have always had, and it's been from the very, very beginning. You can go back and read our 1997 shareholder letter, and the core of the company is customer obsession as opposed to competitor obsession. And that works really well for us. It's I think that the advantage of being customer focused is that customers are always dissatisfied. They always want more. And so they pull you along. If you're trying to serve them, they pull you along. Whereas if you're competitor obsessed, if you're the leader, you know, you can kind of look around and you see everybody running behind you. Maybe you slow down a little. And customers are always pulling you. So I think if you want to be pioneering, if you want to be inventive, if you want a culture that is experimental, then you want to be customer obsessed rather than competitor obsessed.
Because Amazon focuses on the customer and not the competition, we've been able to continue to innovate on behalf of our customers. So what do we think customers want? Jeff has said before that he often gets asked, what's going to change in the next 10 years? And he responds by saying, that's an interesting question. But he almost never gets asked the opposite question, which is, what is not going to change in the next 10 years? And that's perhaps the more important question. What we believe will not change over the next 10 years is that customers will want vast selection. They want it fast, convenient delivery, and they will want competitive prices always. Those are the three pillars of our retail strategy. It's that simple. It's impossible to imagine a future where customers say, I love Amazon, I just wish the prices were a little higher, or I love Amazon, I just wish you deliver a little more slowly. And because of that, we orient our whole strategy around those ideas. They're simple to say, but very hard to execute consistently over time. So we put a lot of energy into delivering on these 3 pillars for our customers, and we'll continue to do so because we think it will pay dividends 10 years from now. So let's jump back to 2002 when Amazon Canada first started. Here's a quick snapshot of what Amazon.ca looked like early on when we first launched. We sold books, music, and films. If you compare what our site looked like in 2002 to what Amazon.ca looks like today and the services that we offer today, I think it gives you a sense of the amount of innovation over the past 19 years. So here is what the site looks like today. It's the #1 most trafficked retail website in Canada and #6 overall, Google being #1. Beyond just the graphic redesign, there is a surprising amount of innovation embedded on the page that has happened over the last 19 years. First, it's more personalized. We allow customers a convenient place to access their account settings, order history, Prime benefits, and we know more about who they are. We also know more about where you are. We've integrated location awareness to make sure we give customers accurate delivery times as they are shopping. In the center of the page, we also make personalized product recommendations based on past shopping experiences. These product recommendations are both from retail, Amazon, and third-party sellers. So the small, medium businesses, I will refer to them as SMBs moving forward. We've also innovated to bring a broader selection of products to our customers. So traditional categories like home, kitchen, pets, and handmade. That's Amazon's storefront for handmade artisan items. Also in new categories like Kindle tablets, streaming media, and a growing selection of voice-enabled devices under the Echo and Alexa department. Again, all of this innovation has happened over the last 19 years. This slide shows the evolution and growth of Amazon.ca as we rapidly expanded the categories of products offered, including electronics, kitchen appliances, tools, baby, pet products, cosmetics, and clothing, just to name a few. By 2013, we were launching new categories every 2 months. We now have a vast selection of tens of millions of products for sale on Amazon.ca, both those sold by Amazon and by small and medium-sized businesses. So the vast majority of the tens of millions of products for sale on Amazon.ca are sold only by SMBs. The marketplace business is a fundamental part of our strategy to make sure customers can find everything that they want on Amazon. So how do we get all these products to customers? In 2011, we opened our first Canadian fulfillment center in Mississauga, Ontario. By the end of 2021, we will operate 17 fulfillment centers in Canada, 4 in British Columbia. Our largest fulfillment center is right outside Toronto, Brampton, and it's an Amazon robotics facility, one of our most advanced in the world. All this fulfillment center infrastructure has allowed us to roll out same-day, one-day shipping to millions of customers across the country. In Toronto, you can order before noon and get your package by 9 p.m. that very same day, even on Saturday and Sunday. And it's not just fulfillment centers. We also have 3 corporate offices in Victoria, Winnipeg, and Ottawa, along with 2 tech hubs in Vancouver and Toronto, and a data center region in Montreal. In total, we have over 23,000 Amazonians across Canada, with thousands more to come. In British Columbia, there are 5,500 full and part-time employees, with 2,700 located at the tech hub in Vancouver, and another 5,000 being added by 2023. Over the last decade, Amazon invested more than $3 billion in BC alone. So because of this infrastructure, we're able to tie into Amazon's global network and extend our reach to customers around the world. We currently have over 300 million active customers in more than 180 countries. In Canada alone, we have almost 16 million monthly unique visitors. That's almost half of the population of Canada visiting Amazon on a monthly basis. Over 30,000 Canadian SMBs from all 13 provinces and territories exceeded over $1 billion in sales on Amazon Canada in 2019. So more than 50% of all units sold are from SMBs who are selling over 60 million products in our stores. Canadian SMBs have achieved over $2 billion in sales in Amazon stores to customers abroad, leveraging Amazon's sales tools and logistics services, such as Fulfillment by Amazon, to reach those 3 million active customers worldwide. And according to a recent Amazon poll, 46% of businesses selling on Amazon Canada are women-owned. It's pretty amazing. Here are a few notable Canadian brands that are currently selling on Amazon storefronts. This particular page focuses on women-owned businesses specifically. You may be familiar with two of those highlighted that were featured in the Power 5 interviews. We encourage you to check out the resources page on Amazon Canada and Women in Leadership to learn more about how your fellow entrepreneurs are finding success. Now, I really like this quote from Jeff. Your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. As a brand owner, if I'm reading this quote, I'm thinking, have I done enough to solidify my brand? Is my message clear? Do I know who my intended audience is? Answering these questions helps to further drive engagement with customers on branding and product content. So even if a customer doesn't make a purchase, they're still using Amazon to learn more about brands and products. So if you take the add to cart button off Amazon, what's left is a robust collection of product content. Customer reviews, rich detail pages, images, and a Q&A section all make Amazon a product research destination for customers. This product research is tied to both purchasing products online and offline. According to Forrester research, for every $1 purchased online, $6 are researched online and purchased offline. And research shows that 59% of customers who visit Amazon do not ultimately purchase their product from our site, but their purchase is actually informed by what they learned while on Amazon from product details and customer reviews. So selling on Amazon Canada isn't just about listing your products and making sales. It's also about engaging with your customers and taking the opportunity to educate them on your brand and your products. So this wraps up our part one, and now we'll move on to our part two. In this section, we're going to dive into the details of selling on Amazon Canada and what you need to get started. I'm going to heavily focus on brand owners during this section, meaning those businesses who manufacture their own products or source goods to sell under a private label. Now, I just want to be clear that this doesn't mean you have to have a brand to sell on Amazon. You can also be a reseller, meaning you find a popular products that already exists and offer them in Amazon stores. You can even be both a brand owner and a reseller. So first, we'll talk about establishing your product brand. Once you have your product, you'll want to know how to get started with selling on Amazon. Next, we'll talk about discoverability and reaching a wider audience. And then finally, I'll share some resources for improving your understanding of your Amazon business. Now, selling online still requires the same solid business acumen as selling in person. I'm sure there's a wide range of experienced business owners and entrepreneurs here today. So some of you most likely already have an established brand and business that you want to expand on to Amazon Canada. Some may be in the early beginning of your business who know they want to sell on Amazon, but perhaps they don't have a brand or a product yet. So this is a great starting point to learn about some of the fundamentals. So when you're considering what to sell on Amazon, think about these questions. Who's your customer? What is their true need? And what are you offering to solve that need? Once you have identified the problem that you're going to solve and your product, it is important to build a brand. A brand is how you bring personality to your product. It is about your mission, how people think about your products, and how your image is represented. Again, it's important to solidify your brand so your customers can learn more about your products. So how do you know when you're ready to sell on Amazon? When you have your target customer identified, have the product ready to ship, and have the supply chain in place to support the volume of sales when you get discovered by a larger audience. And when we are talking about a larger audience, it's important to know we're not just talking about Amazon in Canada, but around the world because of the opportunities available for you to optimize. Here's a quick look at Amazon's global presence. It's important to note that while sellers may have access to these other marketplaces, their products can only be sold if they are in compliance with local jurisdictions. So for example, US to Canada expansion, they're going to need to consider Health Canada compliance. There's going to be specific compliances around selling toys in Canada. So these are just some considerations, is to do your due diligence and research into those other marketplaces. When you are ready to sign up for your Amazon Canada account, you can head over to sell.amazon.ca to self-register. You can also send us a message at our email and we'll help you get started. I will be sharing that email again towards the end of this presentation. So you'll be given two different selling plan options: an individual plan at $1.49 per item sold, or a professional plan at $29.99 per month. So if you plan to sell more than 30 items within a month, the professional plan makes the most sense. There are also other fees to consider, and you'll be provided more insight into what those fees are after signing up for an account. If you're not quite ready to commit to the $29.99 per month, then simply sign up for free as an individual seller and then explore Seller Central, along with information on those additional fees. The individual plan is great for those that are still in the discovery process and don't need access to advanced selling tools or add-on programs. The professional plan is ideal for established businesses and brands who need those additional selling tools and access to other programs like Amazon Business, B2B, and advertising. We're more than happy to help guide you in the direction of which option might be the best for your business if this is something that a decision you're not comfortable making for yourself. To register, you'll need the following information: business email address or Amazon customer account, a chargeable credit card, government issued national ID, your tax information, phone number, bank account number, and routing number. So once you've registered and completed, it's time to explore Seller Central. So what is Seller Central? Think of Seller Central as your go-to resource for selling on Amazon. It is a gateway to your Amazon business and a one-stop shop for managing your selling account. You can do things such as managing your brand on Amazon, adding product information, making inventory updates, managing your payments, and finding helpful content to help you navigate your Amazon business. It's also where you will list all of your products. Adding a product is the first step to having an active and live listing on Amazon. So you can add a product one at a time, upload a file from your catalog, or even create a direct data feed from your inventory system or other online stores. But just adding the product isn't enough to be successful. We'll also want to make sure that we create a great detail page during the process. So here are the basics of building a great detail page. You have a title, images, product description, bullet points, reviews, and even keywords. Your new Seller Central account will include style guides and best practices to make sure you can create an engaging detail page so you're not on your own trying to figure this out. But what I do want to do next is just take a look at each of these features so you have a better idea and understanding of what to expect. The best practices for the listing title is to keep it relevant, descriptive, and concise. This style guide will walk you through what should be in your title, the order of the descriptions, and consistent formatting. This consistent formatting helps customers understand what they are buying and allows them to quickly scan titles to find the right products. To help make your products discoverable, sellers should consider adding keywords that don't fit in their title into an advertising campaign for sponsored products. We'll touch on ad campaigns a little bit later. But next, let's talk about images, as those are very crucial. We do recommend that you add at least 6 photos and a video that show all of the features of your product. This is your opportunity to teach your customers what they'll need to know about your product to make a confident buying decision. The images guidelines within Seller Central will explain the technical aspects required for, the technical specs required for your images. It'll also show how to ensure they can be zoomed in on and comply with accessibility features on Amazon. You can highlight the key features of your products through bullet points. Seller Central gives you tips for what to include and how to ensure your customers know everything they need to know about your product at a high level. For more specific information, customers will look at the product details section. A product description is where customers will find a more in-depth information about your product. This is an area where you can go beyond the simple bullet point descriptions and provide a more imaginative description for the customer. So put yourself in their shoes and describe the feel of the product, its primary usage, and any benefits to help your customer imagine the experience of owning or handling your product. To provide an even more unique brand experience, brand owners on Amazon will have the ability to create a brand store. So I'll talk about that here. So with the brand stores, you can create an elevated and dedicated shopping experience for your customers. Creating a brand store can allow you to place all your products in one location and share more of your brand story. These are examples of how you can elevate your brand through its packaging, selection, video content, and more. So it's almost as if you have your own website on Amazon. This provides an area for curated selection and gives the customer an opportunity to further interact with your brand. Now, Amazon Brand Registry gives you access to these tools like the brand store that enable you to more accurately represent your brand. With Brand Registry, you can also find and report violations and even share information with us to help proactively prevent violations. When I work with business owners for the first time, one of my first questions is if they're a brand owner and if they have a trademark. If they are a brand owner and don't have a trademark, then I do encourage them to consider starting that application process right away because of the powerful brand tools that they can gain access to once they are approved. The trademark application, as many of you are probably aware, in Canada can take up to 2 years. So it's important to start that process as soon as possible. Now, let's talk about one final topic on listings, and that's the customer reviews. Customer reviews are one of the most recognizable features of the Amazon shopping experience. Having high volume and predominantly positive reviews help with converting traffic from a visit to a sale. So resources within Seller Central will show you how to learn from reviews, answer questions effectively, and adjust your listings to enhance the shopping experience to help drive those positive reviews. So some keys to good ratings: accurately describing your product, shipping quickly, and proactively responding to those questions. So now that we have a better understanding of how to create and list products, let's talk about how we'll get these products discovered and in the hands of your customers. To increase sales, you'll need to look at two components, product discovery and sales conversion. Building that great product listing helps with conversion once your customers discover your product. So when you sell online, a key question to ask is, how will customers find your product? Is there an existing shopping intent for your product? Or do you need to build awareness around your product? Tools like sponsored ads will help shape those marketing plans. Within Seller Central, you'll be able to create ad campaigns with tools such as sponsor products and sponsor brands to help drive traffic to your listings and storefront. Here, you can see a customer search populate a page of products based on the keywords of the product that they're looking for. Sponsored ads will surface items based on those keywords in addition to the organic shopping results. So for registered brand owners, sponsored brand ads can highlight your brand and direct traffic to your brand store. So once customers are finding your products, you'll need a way to deliver them, of course. There are two ways that you can fulfill your Amazon orders. Either with Fulfillment by Amazon, where you use Amazon's infrastructure, or through self-fulfillment, also known as Merchant Fulfillment Network. When deciding between these two fulfillment options, it is important to consider not only cost savings and efficiency, but also the amount of time that's invested in each. One of the many benefits of using FBA is taking the potential logistics headache out of your hands and allowing Amazon to handle it for you. This gives you valuable time back to focus on the most important things, your brand and expanding your business. Other benefits include Prime eligible products, which means your products in FBA could be eligible for up to same-day free shipping. You can also take advantage of Amazon's customer service and free up your time while they handle customer questions and returns on your behalf. It's a simple process to send your products to an Amazon fulfillment center. So let's take a closer look at what that entails. Within Seller Central, you'll create a shipping plan with the products that you want to send to an FBA fulfillment center. You pick the products and use your scanning labels to let us know what you're sending in. And so we know where to store it. You'll also have an option to use a preferred carrier to ship these products to the fulfillment center. So you'll essentially have two labels, one for the carrier and one for Amazon to scan upon arrival. Once your product checks in, Amazon stores it until an order is placed, then picks, packs, and ships your product. As your business grows, it'll be important to track your business metrics. With the sales traffic and conversions starting to increase, you'll want to keep track of how your business is doing. Seller Central provides tools for tracking business metrics, including number of visitors, views, conversion rate, and even where the traffic is coming from. You'll also want to pay attention to customer feedback and learn more about who your customers are. Using a powerful tool like brand analytics, brand owners will be able to further enhance and build their brand on and off Amazon. So there are a number of reports that are available so you can actually dive deeper into your business. And if you want to learn even more about selling on Amazon, there's a great resource available to businesses called Seller University that I want to just touch on briefly. Seller University is the original learning hub for Amazon, where we have all the video courses and written content to get you started. These are self-service and searchable by topic. Each video is about 3 to 5 minutes long and shows you click by click what to do. And these videos can be found in Seller Central or on YouTube by searching Amazon Seller University. If you're not able to find the answers you need within these resources, Seller Support is available to provide you with assistance. So let me show you how you can do that really quick. Within your Seller Central account, you'd simply click Help to get started. From there, you can search solutions to quickly fix your issue, or you can contact seller support directly via email or request a phone call. So I know I covered quite a bit of content in a short amount of time, but that does conclude the content of our event today. I hope this information has been enlightening and provided some new insight into the many benefits of expanding your business to Amazon Canada. I also hope you learn new information about our initiatives to support SMBs throughout Canada. As a quick reminder, please do take note of our contact information and reach out directly if you'd like to set up a consultation about your business. Again, myself or someone from my team will connect with you to discuss your options. So at this time, we'll open the floor for questions. So we'll take the next 15 minutes to do so.
Great. Thank you so much, Yvette. That was so much information. I don't know about you, but I feel like I could sell on Amazon now and I have nothing to sell. And I'd also like to circle back to that stat quickly of 46% are women owned. That is amazing. That is such a powerful stat when you compare it to just how many women sit on boards currently.
Absolutely.
Okay, so everyone, yes, please dive in, throw in your questions, chat, Q&A, let's get them out there. But I have a first question for you. What is the minimum amount of inventory you can send into an Amazon fulfillment center?
That's a great question that I get from many of new sellers as I'm onboarding them. So when it comes to sending your first shipment into our fulfillment centers, there is no specific minimum. What we typically recommend is, first of all, look at your best sellers. What are your top sellers that you're currently selling very well, and start with those. And maybe start with anywhere between 10 to 20 units per product, just to get your feet wet, just to see how it does in the marketplace. That way you're not sending too much inventory where it might get stranded or you need to return it back. So 10 to 20 is a sweet spot when you're starting out, but again, no minimum.
That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, next question is the email address that you gave earlier for BC only. What about other provinces?
Yes, I know it only says BC, but feel free to shoot your inquiry to that same email address and we'll delegate it appropriately. And if you want to say where you're from, where you're selling from, any information you can provide, that would help us send it to the appropriate account manager.
So perfect. So yeah, so for everybody, send away to that email. If needed, you will handle the connection and pass off.
Absolutely. Yep. Happy to do so.
Thank you. Okay, can you give recommendations on what I should sell on Amazon? Like how does one decide?
You know, that is a great question. I actually myself have not decided what I want to sell on Amazon, but I can guide you in the right direction here. So when it comes to deciding what to sell on Amazon, one of the main things to think about is, first of all, as I mentioned earlier, what are your top selling products? Your top 5, top 10, whatever that might be. Products that you know are not just sitting on a shelf, products that you know are getting sold and flying off the shelf, you want to definitely start there. Now, when it comes to specifically what type of a product will do well on Amazon, we have so many categories as we discussed, and there are selections in each of those categories. So I would encourage you to maybe do your due diligence, go to amazon.ca, look at top sellers, best sellers, those with the highest reviews and star ratings. That is going to be a great place to start if you're thinking about what type of a product to even begin selling on the platform.
Amazing. Next question. Do I have to use fulfillment by Amazon to sell on Amazon?
No, you do not. You do not have to use our fulfillment by Amazon. You can also self-fulfill your orders. That's merchant fulfilled. So you have the options of FBA or MF. There are benefits to utilizing fulfillment by Amazon in Canada. One of the benefits is that you would be Prime eligible. So We know that a lot of consumers like to just shop and filter prime products. So that would be one advantage, is that your product would show up in that filter, but you most certainly don't have to use our fulfillment channels. And if you have the capabilities to be able to utilize your own warehouse and want to ship direct to consumers, you absolutely have that option.
Okay.
And I do want to just add, what I often recommend to some of my newer sellers that are hesitant, maybe they're more comfortable just shipping products direct to consumers, is some of your products you can ship yourselves directly, and some of the products you can use our fulfillment channel, just to see some of the key differences possibly in your sales, and also to get comfortable with utilizing FBA. So you do have some options there.
Great. Okay, next question. If you have an individual account, can you offer custom variations, or is that only with a professional account? There's a second part here. And what is a good source of learning how to set up custom variation options for customers, such as names on t-shirts or a couple of t-shirts?
Absolutely. So I want to actually follow up on being able to create the custom variations. But when you do list your products, you should, whether it's an individual or professional, you should be able to have the ability to create variations. But if it's okay that I circle back on that following this presentation, I will definitely do that. And then the second part of your question was, can you repeat that, Kelly? Best practices, I think, was around.
What is a good source of learning?
Oh, absolutely.
On how to set up. Yeah.
Yep. So the Seller University tutorials does include specific tutorial on how to create variations, and it's pretty in depth. So that is a great tool and resource that you can use. That'll take you step by step. And if you do run into any more questions outside of that and setting up that product to make it look its best and have the appropriate variations, that is definitely something that we'd be able to help you with. So you can shoot us an email and somebody can contact you.
Okay, great. Yeah, so for the detailed questions, please shoot me an email. You guys can schedule like a one-on-one offline and get into the details. Absolutely. Okay, next question. Are there any restrictions on where else you can sell? For example, can you still have your Shopify store and use inventory tool to sell the same products on Amazon?
Yes, we have many sellers that have, various platforms that they're selling their products on. So totally fine. You could sell on Amazon. If you have your own website, you could sell through your website. You have your Shopify account. So no limitations as far as that goes.
So it's just another place to gain exposure for your business, and
absolutely,
who knows, it could be the one that takes off, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, reach the big audience. Okay, next question. Do I have to use FBA to sell on Amazon?
I think we just talked about this one, and short answer is no. So you definitely can just utilize your own warehouse if you'd prefer to ship direct to consumers. Now, if there are specific concerns or questions around using FBA, which I often get that from my sellers, maybe there's a specific concern, that's something that we can talk through and work with you to determine what will be the best option for your business. FBA is a great way to get that visibility and discoverability of your products, simply by having that Prime badge and getting that free one-day shipping out. So there are benefits, but of course you can still do merchant fulfilled if that's what you'd really prefer to do.
No, that's great. And do I need to be brand registered to sell on Amazon?
No, so the brand registry applies only to those that have an existing trademark. So brand owners that have a trademark will have the opportunity to brand register and take advantage of some of those additional tools that we talked about. If you don't have brand registry, you could still sell on Amazon. We have brand owners that don't have a trademark that sell. We have resellers that sell on Amazon. So short answer is no.
Perfect. And last question as we wrap up here for time. Can I sell in the US?
Absolutely. One of the benefits to selling on Amazon is the global reach as a seller. So when you do sell in Amazon Canada, you have the opportunity to sell into the US marketplace, into Mexico, into EU. I mean, you have the opportunities are endless. It's really, what are your strategic goals? What are your company goals? What are your personal goals? And how wide do you want to have your products reach? So we can definitely talk about the opportunities to expand just outside of Canada.
Amazing. So any final thoughts before I wrap this up? Any final inspiration on the Amazon journey?
Yeah, and again, for any additional questions, I just want to put out this email for you guys to just keep. Looks like this is all the time that we have for questions. So just want to take a quick moment here to thank everyone again for joining us today. We sincerely hope that you found value in today's event. As I mentioned before, if you are ready to expand your business to Amazon Canada, then please reach out. We are always happy to chat with new sellers. Also, we'll be sending out a short 3-minute survey. So if you do have the time, your feedback will go a long way in helping us to improve these events for future collaborations and allow us to bring more relevant content to businesses throughout Canada. And before I hand it back to Kelly for closing remarks, I do just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to Cheryl Rivers from Squamish Nation and Mayor Gondek for supporting this event. I'd also like to say thank you to the team at the Women in Leadership Foundation for their continued collaboration on events like these that support the growth and development of women throughout Canada. It's been our privilege to speak with everyone today. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much, Yvette, and thank you, the whole Amazon team. Such a pleasure. I'm personally looking forward to hearing some success stories as we roll into the new year of new BC women-owned businesses that are thriving on Amazon. I really hope we can highlight them.
Absolutely.
Okay, so again, everyone, please reach out. You have an email, send all your questions. You are most welcome. And let's make some business magic happen. Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks again.